Pisces, welcome. I am using a new deck today. I have not used this deck yet. This is the Royal Dark Tarot. Um, Incredibly sexy deck. I've not used this deck. I thought I would bring it forward for this reading just to see how it goes. Yeah, bear with me. Oh, card malfunctions right off the top. That said, Pisces, we are going to do a general read for you. We're going to look at your current energy, desire, outcome, what's working for you, and what you need to be aware of. So let's get started and see. Oh, I want to shuffle one more time. See what's going on for you. Now, one thing that I did want to mention, I'm still going through this whole concussion thing and putting my brain back together. My words might make sense to me, but they may not make sense to you. In your current energy, we have the moon. So somebody is standing in their own energy, which is really nice to see. Your desire is the Knave of Chalices. This is sort of the Page of Swords. There is obstruction and delay that you're desiring. Now that is kind of weird. Or maybe you're looking to outwit a situation in which, or outthink a situation in which you feel sort of restricted by. The Six of Wands, excuse me, is the outcome. Now the Six of Wands is where people notice what you're able to do. That you're standing tall, you've taken charge, you've sort of left the crowd behind. What's working for you is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is one of those energies where you're really stuck in your head. You're really thinking things through. You're putting a lot of effort into that. What you need to be aware of is the Seven of Swords. That things just may not be going according to plan. That there could be some deceit. Maybe you're deceiving yourself, somebody else. Things just are not going to plan. That said, let's go through this and start to clarify each one of these to get a better picture of this story. So the moon is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Chariot. It almost feels like you've been sort of left in the dark. And with the Nine of Cups showing up, there are a few things that are starting to happen where you're feeling emotionally fulfilled. That things are starting to move, you're starting to have that success. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is that there's more mental clarity coming around this. And then we have the Chariot that shows up, which is one of those cards that, yeah, you know what, things are moving forward. It's possibly taking some strength to do that. Things are coming in, things are starting to happen. There is movement. This brings us to the Knave of Chalices. That's clarified by the Five of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Six of Pentacles. So this delay in which you're needing, or which you wanted, or this clarity around this particular challenge, it comes with the Five of Swords, Judgment, and the Six of Pentacles. And it just seems like there is things that are still needing to be balanced out from the past. There are still things that need to be shared, possibly from the past. Or there are things that are just not finished from the past that need to be cleared up. that need to be moved on from, that need to be shared, or brought forward so that you can move past them. This brings us up into the Six of Wands, where people are noticing you. This is in the outcome, so in the Six of Wands, let's clarify that. Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Six of Cups. There's a lot of sword energy in this. The Knight of Swords is almost a chaotic energy. It's taking action. It's not really being clear on what's going on. It's just taking action. Because you're moving forward into the Six of Swords, the other interesting thing is we've had all 4 sixes show up for you in this as well. So we have Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Six of Chalices, Six of Pentacles. If you're into the numerology bit, I would definitely say grab a hold of that and see what is going on for you there. The Six of Swords is moving into calmer waters. So as you're starting to stand up, you're taking action, things are starting to work out because you're taking that action. And that Six of Cups energy starts to poke through, where these things from the past are starting to go away because you're starting to deal with it in your current in your desires. All of these things, all of this chaotic energy, things that might have been holding you back, are starting to go away. And this brings us to the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is being stuck in your head, not really physically constrained, but stuck with what's going on inside. And this is clarified by the Sun, the Seven of Cups, and the Magician. This is really interesting because as you challenge this and as you go through what's in your head, only good can come out of it from sorting out what's there. There's opportunities for growth. There's opportunities to make yourself anew, and you have those abilities to rise up above all of this and show up into this Six of Wands energy. Now we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is what you need to be aware of. So things may not be going according to plan. And that's clarified with the Four of Pentacles, which is, sort of dealing with loss. The King of Wands, so somebody that is taking action, and the World card. So as I'm looking at this, things might not be going according to plan because you've been holding on to, you might have been holding on to a lot from the past. There's this fear of loss at the same time that you're moving forward and taking action to create your world. But either way, as you go through these sort of unfinished battles from the past, it brings you forward into manifesting and creating your world because you're starting to take that action. So it looks like all of this is based on you taking action. The more action you take, the more you think about your action, the more that life starts to happen for you rather than to you, is kind of what I'm getting. Let's pull 3 more cards around this. Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Wheel. So sorry, it's 10, 10, and 10 is showing up. And it has the feel that when you're working hard, you'll defeat the demons that are around you. Once you start to work and take that action, it might be difficult. Defeat those demons, and this all points to a whole new cycle coming in. So you could look at the Ten of Wands. Pardon me, my light just shut off. See if I can find that again. It's going to flash twice, of course. Now it's not going to come back on at all. Hold on a second. Technical malfunction. Now I hope that's not a metaphor as being in the dark and the light comes back on again, or maybe it is. But when I go back to this 10, 10, and 10, this is, and we have the wheel here, so it's like there's a major, there are a lot of things finishing up for you, and it's almost like there is almost like a everything, it might have seemed like so much work before, but things are now taking on a new spin because of the action that you're taking. Pisces, that's what I have for you today. Thank you for being here. Interesting to do a read with this deck. I love the artistry in this. It's really amazing. Again, Pisces, thank you for being here. Feel free to leave me a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.